Gundam.tk presents Stargazer Gundam. Hey everybody, it's Robert184 and welcome to part 2 of my review of the high-grade Stargazer Gundam. To see it all put together, and don't forget to check out part 1 for all the parts and details. Putting everything together is incredibly easy, so you're just going to put the legs on the caps here, and there's a base here that covers it up, but it's good to see that it has independent hip movement. The shoulders are very easy to pop on as well, and I should mention that this shoulder part moves around a fair bit, so another plus. With everything together, here is a look at the Stargazer Gundam. In terms of posability, I'm impressed already. The front skirt armor doesn't tend to get in the way, but it's not independent moving, but the legs can come up and bend in no problem, and as you saw in part 1, the ankles have a great degree of mobility. The shoulders feel a tiny bit loose, but you can still move them more than I expected. Biceps around, the spin around, but you're only going to get 90 degrees with the arms, and the head is just on a single peg, so not too much mobility there, but overall, pretty cool. But where would the Stargazer be without the ring on its back? Well, maybe unhappy. Now, thanks to my turntable stand, I don't have to turn this around as I talk about it, but I have to say that with the ring on the back, all of this sudden, I'm pretty impressed with this Gundam. You do start to get a little bit of weight issues, but you can fix that by bringing the legs back and also spinning the ring, bending it a little bit forward. But overall, I'm glad I went with the gold shining stickers because I think it looks cool overall, but I don't think it would look bad in the black either. But all of a sudden, I'm thinking I wish I had a 1/100th version or a master grade of this kit. I'm pretty happy with it so far. I think the first pose that anybody's going to want to do is just put it up on the base, put the head up, and put the feet down so it sort of looks like, hey, I've got a big ring on my back. As mentioned, if you pull out the back here, you're able to get the bottom of the ring into all sorts of different poses. Because these arms on the backpack have a lot of mobility with a rotation point there, a bend point there, and full rotations there, actually when you put him in flying mode, I think he sort of looks pretty cool in a mountain goat jumping off a mountain kind of way with horns on his back. Now here I'm using the base that goes down instead of the one that goes up, and here I sort of noticed that because the waist section only rotates, it doesn't have any bend going up and down, you can't really get him looking up, but if you look at it from below it looks sort of cool, and depending on where you want to position these thrusters from the ring. But overall, I think he does a pretty good job of a Superman, especially with the boosters in the back, though I don't really want to put the arms forward. Now to get into its next pose, I'm just going to extend the arms all the way down and bend this down, and I'm just going to cheat and pull the ring off itself while I'm doing the posing. Now not a lot of Gundams come with two bases, but the Stargazer does, so if you pull this assembly out from the backpack, you are actually able to support him on his own rings, and he doesn't have his feet touching the ground here, and actually again no problems with balance at all. This is fairly stable in the back, though it does look a little bit out of place. But yeah, actually that's a better pose than I expected from this. And with the low action base, and again here that they have included, you can actually have him launching through his own ring, which again, it's better than I expected. This, however, is what I've been waiting for. So with the green energy effect parts on, the ring up, and him just standing there sort of looking like he can pretty much lay all sorts of destruction down on whoever's down below him, I think this is pretty cool. So when you put on these green rings, you can align them in different ways, but they're not going to be able to have full mobility because of it gets in the way of the rings up here. I have to say that for a high-grade model, I'm very impressed with this thing so far. The Stargazer does look short beside the high-grade Universal Century High Nu, but that's to be expected because the High Nu is 20 meters. Here it is next to Char's Zaku 2 from HGUC, and you can see that the heads are not that far off, depending on the commander antennas and V-fins, but that you do really get the effect of the height thanks to the ring on its back. The Stargazer is supposed to be 19 meters, but it does look a little bit short without the V-fins compared to its other lead Gundam wannabe, the G-Savior. Now, despite what I said in my very, very serious review of this kit, actually I'm not that against the mechanical design. I don't think it's all that bad, but you really do get a cool effect of the futuristic sleekness that the Stargazer really gives you. And just from this model, if I had to add something to my lead Gundam list, if he got a master grade, I don't think I would keep him off. And now some final thoughts about the Stargazer Gundam. And I have to say that I was a little bit reluctant to buy this kit, A, because it doesn't have a 1/100th. The anime was sort of cool, but sort of ultimately unfulfilling just because of its length. But having built this kit, all of a sudden I am a huge fan of the Stargazer Gundam. I expected that there would be some weight issues with this because of the back parts, but so far hardly anything at all, and it gives you so many different positions that you can put it in. And so far I haven't had a single pose where the parts have wanted to fall down, so nothing like the Master Grade Destiny Extreme Blast Mode or anything like that. The fact that they give you the base and the green rings is just icing on the cake, and the fact that you can put this on, you can put the ring down below, you can have it off in flight mode, the fact that you can attach this to the Strike Noir and have them just fighting each other on the same base is all really cool. Probably my only tiny complaint, and inconsequential as it is the fact that this beam gun sucks and I'll probably never ever use it. But overall, this is a kit that I sort of wish I had bought a little bit earlier because it's really done a good job of impressing me, so I think you'd like it too. Now, does that make it a lead Gundam? Maybe we'll wait for Gundam vs. Gundam Next vs. Plus Alpha Omega. And if he makes an appearance, then I don't think I'd kick him off the list anymore. So finally everybody, for 1600 yen, I think in terms of just pure fun and playability, this is probably one of the best Gundam kits I've ever bought, despite not really having an affinity for the mobile suit or series. Anyway, thanks for watching everybody. Let me know what you think with a comment, rating, and please subscribe if you like the videos. And as always, stay tuned for lots more reviews. Robert184 gundam.tk. And thanks for watching everybody. See you next time. Can you say base overkill? That you're not going to really find anywhere. I haven't had any parts fall down so far. I could stare at this for hours.